Going over to the political part podcast, here, JD Vance calling up Europe and calling them out for their lack of free speech, and also, fun bonus, roasting Greta Thunberg, that insufferable puppet. Now, this is originally posted thanks to Benny Johnson on X, and he says, quote, Vice President JD Vance is dropping the hammer at the Munich Security Conference.
Expressing opinions isn't election interference. Even when people express views outside your own country, and even when those people are very influential. And trust me, I say this with all humor, if American democracy can survive 10 years of Greta Thunberg scolding, you guys can survive a few months of Elon Musk. But what no democracy, American, German, or European, will survive is telling millions of voters that their thoughts and concerns, their aspirations, their pleas for relief are invalid or unworthy of even being considered.
Yeah, I remember the European Union, the whole continent, they're so evil and corrupt. They actually give harsher punishments to people who throw out memes or memes than people who do physical assault, people who hurt women and children. They get lesser prison sentences than people who tweet. That's how evil Europe has become. I can't think of a greater injustice than that. There's a gal who is, again, is more controversial over there, or I think it's controversial everywhere, but it's an instance where an illegal took advantage of her in the worst possible way, and she tweeted about it, and she got a harsher sentence than the man who hurt her. That's how evil Europe is, which is also reason 9,958,735,002 to not live in Europe. No freedom of speech, no freedom of defend yourself, no freedom of arms, no Second Amendment, no First Amendment. Yeah, and they tax the hell out of you. I have yet to see the upside except the pretty scenery that you can see from time to time. And this went moderately viral, got about 600,000 views and 39,000 likes. On the first comments, I'm a little biased. I think this comment comes from a very handsome and I think this is a handsome and brilliant individual who commented. It's me, hashtag the topping show, or handle, whatever you call the thing, in which I say, quote, the UK and Europe literally arrest people for memes. They're the definition of tyrants, getting 3 likes. Which might not sound like a lot, but if Trump were to say, I'd say something to the effect of, those 3 likes are the best. It's all about the quality over the quantity. Those are the 3 coolest people I know, obviously. To which I would say, yes, you're right. Scrolling down more and more. I Love American News has a screenshot of an article in which it says, quote, Germany, a man criticizes a judge who fined a Syrian for taking advantage of a 15-year-old girl. He gets fined twice as much. Which, yeah. Remember when I'm a big fan of, this video probably will get taken down if I say death penalty. About to say the death penalty. Yeah, we don't use it enough. But of all the things that should, that should be assigned to by a judge, yeah, take advantage of kids. Yeah, I'd say, yeah, that should be an option at the judge to give out. But yeah, I got 90 likes, which, yeah, another reason not to visit there. If it wasn't for Porsche, I really wouldn't see much value of ever visiting Germany. MT Rancher says, quote, JD just said some truths on Europe and Munich. Free speech, free elections, mass migration, listen to the people. Don't be scared of democracy working. The European elitist sat stone-faced while several turds were introduced at their punch bowl, getting 70 likes. Traveling Deviant simply says, how dare you? Getting 7 likes. Most hilarious thing about Greta whining about the environment while spending most of her life on private jets, which, if you care about emissions, those are perhaps the most inefficient form. Oh, it's the worst thing in terms of like the environment, in terms of the emissions being exfoliated from the vehicle. It's the worst methodology out there. Also hilarious that Taylor Swift does the same thing. The Truth Bin says, quote, awesome job, humorous toughness. Vance is going to be a great president in 2028, getting 109 likes. Let's get 110. 110 likes is better. Randy Brock says, need Queen's Hammer to play falling in the background, getting 14 likes. Douglas Drew has a picture of Greta looking as weird as usual, which is coming from me, which is saying something. And when she says Democrats expert, and it's just a picture of Greta getting 42 likes. Taxman says goated, and it's an AI picture from Grok, where it's JD Vance holding a gavel, which, yeah, looks pretty funny. Yeah, and I'm surprised the U.S. does so much trade with Europe. We do so much trade with other countries that don't have basic human rights like freedom to defend yourself, freedom of speech. I'm surprised you don't make that a contingency of doing business with us. I feel for U.S. being one of the best markets to sell into, I feel like there's a pretty good amount of leverage in there. I think a lot of countries would acquiesce and actually, do what's right for their citizens. But let me know if you think that idea would go anywhere. Do you think Trump would ever do that? But overall, just let me know because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Again, try to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback. Let me know how I can make the show better and better. Again, the first Q&A live stream is going to be February 22nd, 6 p.m. Texas time, or some people call it Central Time. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.